Hey all, Tyler here, and today I'm going to be doing another episode on the Renegades and Heretics Army for Warhammer 40k. I was going to crank these videos more out, but the fact that I couldn't get them to be high enough quality was making me very angry, so I'd stopped for a little while. Well, hopefully this video will be in good enough quality for people to actually see what the words say. I think it ought to. But if not, well, I'm sorry, but I'm trying, and I'll try to fix it. But for this video, we're going to be going over the troop choices for the Renegades and Heretics army list. Now, I would say these guys and the elites are the real bulk of the well, they're the only dudes really, but of the main force of the army. I mean, you could just go all vehicles, but if you're running a real list, this is what you do. So the first option is Renegade cultists. They're stat-wise the same as the Chaos cultists, and they actually, it was fact, so they did go down in price, which is very nice. But it sort of messes with some of the other guys you can take in this army, because they're just sort of straight better than some of the other troop choices, in some respects. Just stat-wise, they definitely are better. So, you know, you got okay move, but you got the 4+ weapon skill and ballistic skill. That's nice. So no matter what, you got to take 10 dudes, but you can take up to 30 dudes, which I sort of wish it was 40, but 40 might make them too overpowered. So they all have basically just las guns. It says auto guns, but there's no difference between them. Yeah, so they're all armed with that. It's 4 points a guy, and the reason why they're slightly higher is they're less versatile than some of the other troop choices, because all they can really switch out is for every 10 dudes they can get a heavy stubber or a flamer in there. Yeah, and you can also have a guy get a shotgun, but that doesn't matter. And the main difference is, you know, instead of getting some of the really good Chaos Space Marine, traits that the different chapters get, these guys just get one of the normal Traitor guard things. So, you know, it's like roll 3 dice, discard the lowest when advancing or moving's 1, 6+ armor save, 6+ invuln against weapons with strength 4 or less, which is basically worthless. Overwatch on 5-ups, which is pretty good. And then if they charge, they go up 1 strength. So that's all the things. So they benefit from that. So the next option is the Renegade Militia Squad. Now this is literally the same as the other guys. It's the same point cost of 4 points, but they have 5+ ballistic skill and weapon skill. So not as good right off the bat. Literally the only difference that these guys have is they're more versatile in what they can take. These guys can take any of the special weapons for every 5 models in the unit, so you can get a lot of special weapons. They hit on 5+ though. You can get the Chaos Sigil, which makes morale tests easier. Voxcaster, well, the Chaos Sigil just lets you roll 2 dice when making morale tests, discard the lowest one. Voxcaster, they roll 2 dice when determining its leadership value. So really, it's like so you either want to have like Voxcaster heavy, smaller squads, or if you don't want to do that, you can also have the a guy we're going to go to later. He's the Renegade Enforcer. He's basically like a better commissar now when before he was a worse commissar. So that's the nice, it's a sort of interesting thing is how the Imperial Guard got nerfed some. These guys, it made these guys slightly better just because the Imperial Guard wasn't just a straight better version of them, even though it basically still is. They get the special weapons. They can take either of those, so they have morale tricks. For every 10 guys, 2 can form a heavy weapons team, which is nice. And then the Renegade champion can get basically a shotgun, an auto gun, the pistol thing, and he can get a good melee weapon. And the champion can get crack grenades. Now this is a very interesting one. This is basically their conscripts. And before, when conscripts were 3 and these guys were 4, I was really gunning that they would make these guys go down to 3 points. Well, now conscripts went up to 4, so there's no way these guys are going to get taken down to 3 points. They're 4 points right now, so the same as the other guys. Now these guys basically have no versatility either, just like the Chaos Cultists. But they do have 2 good things going for them. You can take up to 50 of these dudes in a squad. So for certain powers and stuff, like the one psychic power that gives them plus the hit and plus the wound, that's very useful for these guys. And the fact that the executioner doesn't beat these guys as hard as he would like a squad of 10 guys when they would have to take a morale test. And the other really sick thing they have is their curse of mutations. So they basically can only take las gun, auto gun, shotgun, or pistol, and you don't even get a brutal assault weapon with your pistol. But curse of mutations. So when you set it up, roll a d6 and apply the following result. On a 1, remove d6 models and they die. So basically what you would do there is you would spend a command point to re-roll that, probably, if you have a squad of 50 of them. Not even really to negate the loss, but also to give them one of the better upgrades to them. On a 2 to 3, their move goes up, which is pretty darn nice, because then they go up to 8, so they're fast. But I'd say the other 2 are still better. On a 3 to 4, add 1 to the unit's attack characteristic in a turn which it had charged. And then on a 5 or 6, add 1 to the unit's toughness. And the toughness one's probably the best one. They changed it, and I don't know why. Oh, yeah, they messed up. Yeah, no, that's only supposed to be on a 6. Yeah, so it's 2 to 3, 4 to 5, and then 6. You can tell how sick these guys are who edit the stuff, because they literally fact something that wasn't wrong with this army. They beat the tar out of it. Literally, it wasn't even, there was no error, and they made there be an error. Those guys are the last of the troop choices. And then after that, it's just elites for the rest of them. But yeah, so these guys, well, really, in my opinion, I think these guys are really worth tanking, or these guys are really worth taking. Like, these guys are thematic, but I don't see how you could take them when you have these guys or these guys. Because obviously, hitting on 4-ups is way better than hitting on 5s. And at least with these guys, you get a giant blob of guys, and they get something special about them. These guys are just meh. But yeah, no, so that's the troops. So yeah, we'll see how this video turns out, and I'll probably make another one soon. Thanks for watching.